Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about how to read bulk amount of data from Excel sheet and to upload in the MySQL database. So let us see how to do. So first here create one Excel sheet with bulk amount of data. So initially I am taking very few lines, later on I will add more number of lines. So this is for the purpose of testing only. Here 6 lines of data is there, and here I have how many columns are there? 1 2 3 4 5 columns are there. Here 6 rows are there in my Excel sheet. Now I want to read this data to the Python program and I want to upload to the MySQL database. Let us see. So for doing this, the very first what you have to do is, first for reading data from the Excel sheet you have to install one Python library. The Python library is pip install pip install xlrd is the library for performing Excel read operations. Just install this library and wait until installation has been completed. But here it is showing that requirement already satisfied, means it is already installed. If it is not installed, it will be downloaded from internet, it will be installed automatically. So now library has been installed successfully. Now let's go to the program. Let's close all the things and open Python idle editor. Yeah, here for you create one new file. So here first you have to import that library, xlrd library. From that library you have to import one function for opening the Excel workbook. The function name is open underscore workbook. now let's get into the program. First I have to create an object for this Excel file, like a file object, will be equal to and open workbook, and here you have to specify the file name. So here what is the file name? ABC. And what is its extension? Go to the properties and here extension is .xlsx. Just specify exactly here abc.xlsx. Now that Excel workbook has been opened successfully. After that, here if you open Excel workbook, here there can be lots of sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and sheet 4, so on. So here you have to select the sheet, means from which sheet you want to perform the read operation. So here for sheet 1 index is 0, sheet 2 index is 1, sheet 3 index is 2, so on. So sheet 1 is selected by using the index 0. So for that you have to write one more statement. So you are trying to open the sheet. W is the workbook object, so overall workbook. Here I have to select the sheet by index 0, means here you are selecting the first sheet. Here you are selecting the first sheet. Now sheet has been selected. From that sheet I want to read the data. So for reading the data, for suppose data I want to read equal to, so for this I have to use the sheet object yes, and here in Excel data is represented in the form of cells. So that's why here also function name is cell. In this cell you have to give the row index and column index. So here in Excel sheet columns are represented by alphabets and rows are represented by numerical values. But when it comes to the Python program, so this index is 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. These index are also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Means column index is also starting from 0 and row index is also starting from 0. So the index for this cell is 0, 0. This one is 0, 1. This one is 0, 2, so on. This is the way you have to specify the indexes. Now cell I have given 0, 0. Means by using this function you can read the data from the cell whose row index is 0 and column index is 0. Now the data will be read and it will be stored in the variable data. Now you can print the data. Yeah, print. Now before running that you have to save this file. So make sure that both files are stored at the same place, so that doesn't need to give the path. Yeah. Now see that here you can see the text name. In this cell, what is the value? 0 index and 0 index. The content is name. Here it is giving the data type is also text. If you want to remove that, so here you have to write one more statement, value. Now the data type is will not be specified, only content only will be fetched and it will be displayed on the screen. For suppose here index I have given 3. Now see that what will happen. So here row index is 0, column index is 3. Let's open Excel sheet. Row index is 0, column index is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the cell. So what is the content here? Phone number. That should be displayed. Yeah, so phone number has been displayed. So this is how you can pick the values. For suppose I want to display the whole first line, so how to do? It's very simple. Simply just make it simple like a list. So this is for first cell, means first cell, second cell, third cell and fourth cell. Fourth cell index is 3, 2, 1. Now run and see that name, class, address, phone number. So one more thing left, that is the marks. So for this also you can keep one more value. And now you can see that name, class, address, phone number, marks. So here this is the way I can fetch the first row. So in the same way I want to fetch all rows from the Excel sheet. So how to do? So for that, write one loop for k in range. So here how many rows are there in this Excel sheet? 7 rows. So here give up to 7. Yeah, so here row value is changing from here, so you can keep this as the row index. Okay, and after fetching every row you have to display. Now see that all rows has been fetched and displayed from the Excel sheet. So here you successfully fetched all rows and clearly displayed. For suppose I don't want to display the heading I don't want to display, so means I should start reading from the second line. So first line index is 0, so that keep it as 1. Now except the first line, remaining lines has been fetched. For suppose I want to read from fourth line, so keep the fourth line index is 3. From fourth line, Varun, Kiran, Mahesh, like this. So this is the way you can pick the data from Excel sheet and you can display on the screen. Now I want to upload this data to the database. So how to do? First open MySQL and root. For you create one database first. Already some database is there. I am using the database name as school. You can see the tables here. Now I want to create one table. What is the so like CREAT create table. Here table name is student. In this I have to give the columns. What is the very first column? First column here, name, class, address, phone number, marks. First one is name. Data type is varchar of 30. You can give it better. And next one after name, and your next thing is class. General I am taking as integer, and next address I am taking as varchar. Next I am taking phone number as int, comma, and last one is marks. Marks also I am taking as int. Yeah, now successfully table has been created. Must check that is there any data in the table or not. Select star from student. So no data is there, table is empty. Now let's write a logic here to insert this data into the table. So how to do? So first here import mysql dot cnn connector as MQ. Now first you have to create the connection object. Connection equal to myq dot cnn, establish the connection first. So first host equal to localhost comma, and user is by default user is root. If you have changed any other username you can use it, and if you want to keep any password you can keep it. Yeah, password is by default is root, you can keep it, and you have to give the database name also. Here I am using the database school. Now close it. So now connection is okay, and after that I have to create the cursor object. Con dot, you have to call the function cursor. So now connection has been established successfully, and you have created the cursor object for establishing a connection. Now whatever the data I read, that data should be inserted into that database. So for this I have to build a query, means I have to write the SQL query here. So query equal to, right here I want to insert into table name is student and values. Now here I have to take values which are picked from the Excel sheet row by row. So here initially I am keeping the placeholders. So here I kept the quotations because I am taking in the string type. Phone number normal one, and address is also string type. Yeah, now data is ready, command is ready. Now you have to place the data. D of 0 is the first one, D of 1 is the second value you picked. So that's why I'm taking the data in the form of list 2 comma D of 3 comma D of 4. So successfully I created the query. Now I have to run this query. So how can I run? So you have to use the you have to call the function .exe execute query query, execute query. So here I am using the insert command, means I have to make changes as permanent, so that I have to commit the connection, so that what are the changes I have done that will be reflected successfully. Yeah, so here except the heading I want to read the remaining data, that's why I have to keep 1. Commit. Yeah, after that close the connection dot close. So before that, if you are after closing the connection, you can print, keep one message, print successfully uploaded data to successfully uploaded to database. You can keep some message, so you can keep any type of message here, that is choice is yours. So like this I have done. Now try to run this program, and whether it is giving correct result or not, must check. It is showing the message successfully uploaded to database. Now open the Excel and type run. See that? So here in Excel, whatever the data is there, whole data has been read and been transferred to here in the same order. See that? Anil, Ravi, Varun, Kiran, Mahesh and Raju. So whole data has been read. But here in our program small problem is there. Here I have to give the exact number of lines input whatever I am giving. For suppose Excel contain 7 rows, means here I have to give the 7. For suppose if I give 8, what happens? Just once try. It is giving an error in list index out of range, means here you have to clearly specify that when do data has been terminated. So you have to solve this problem. So for that you can give a small statement. You can give that concept is exception handling. So try. So here, yeah, here except and break. So no problem has been solved. See that here, for suppose at any point of time error arised in this portion, it will stop the loop, means it will stop reading data from the Excel sheet. So that's the solution here. Now let's run and see that it is not generating an error, successfully uploaded data to database. So means here you doesn't need to specify the number of rows exactly, but here initially give the maximum number. For suppose initially I have given 10,000 or something, you can give any number by default initially, so it works. Now let us say, let's increase the data in the database. So first delete from student. Now if you clearly see that there is no data in this table. Now let's increase the data in this Excel sheet. So till now how many rows are there? Only 7 rows are there. Now let's increase. Just I am replicating the data simply. See that like this you can keep any amount of data. So assume that here 73 lines means total 72 lines data is there. Just save this, and now run your Python program. It will show you a message successfully uploaded data to database. Now open here and run. So total here 72 rows are there. So here I have successfully uploaded 72 records from Excel sheet to MySQL database, means the table which exists in the school database. So this is how you can read content from the Excel workbook and you can upload to the MySQL database. So ये topic में आपको कोई doubt है, you can ask me. So again I'll make some other video more clearly so that you can understand concepts more clear. Okay, then that's all about this topic.